Hi there, it's Ron Gula from Gula Tech Adventures, and in this VC 101 video, we are going to discuss deferring founder salaries. Now, why would you want to defer your salary if you're a founder? The short answer is because the rules of running companies and growing them has dramatically changed just over the last 2 or 3 years. It used to be that if you would start a company, you would raise venture capital, you would invest that capital, raise more venture capital, invest that capital, and keep doing this over and over again until the company was acquired or it went public. Now, it may be in the beginning of that cycle, you had to eat ramen noodles and sleep on your friends' couches and that sort of thing. But usually, once you get funded, you're running a company based off of the investment capital and possibly from your customers as well. A couple of years ago, the tech market really took a completely different turn. And today, in October of 2023, the name of the game is running companies that are default alive, cash flow positive, or in other words, dependent upon the revenue from their customers and not their investors. Now, because of the way tech works, where you have repeat co founders, repeat startup founders, that sort of thing, you may be financially in a position to basically live your life and run your company without a salary. First of all, God bless you, right? This is a good first class, first world problem to have. But the reality is you can actually mismanage this. If your company is barely cash flow positive, yet you're paying yourself a salary, you may be able to forego that salary, defer it, and hire that extra engineer, hire that extra salesperson, hire the marketing people that you need to kind of grow your company, and so on. Now, why would you want to defer your salary though and just not forego it? Well, first of all, it's your company. If you do want to just not take a salary, you can do that. There's a lot of famous CEOs out there who take $1 a year salary because they live off of their income from their net worth and so on. But assuming you're a tech startup founder for the first time and you don't have a lot of capital to live your life on, you'd rather defer your salary so you can actually get what you've earned later. You shouldn't be working for the company you founded for free. The other thing you want to do is you want to actually have this documented so it's not a surprise to your co founders, any potential new investors, or even somebody who's looking to acquire your company. More than once, I've gone to make an investment for Gula Tech Adventures with a startup and then found that there was just all sorts of questionable dealings with the founders when it comes to cash flow and payments. And if it's not documented as a form of deferred salary, it really looks like founders are possibly just taking money out of their own company. It calls into question some of those judgments. Now, what would be the terms of deferred salary? They're really up to you, but they should have interest bearing. If you're making a certain salary per year, you should get some interest on that the company is going to owe you at some point. And you should have some terms for when the company will pay you back this deferred salary. They could be very open terms, like whenever the company does. It could be on a specific trigger, such as when a certain amount of cash in the bank is achieved, perhaps when a certain level of financing is achieved by the company, or perhaps even on the advent of a company being acquired. Deferred salaries are not just for founders and CEOs, they could be for key employees. Perhaps if you're in the tech startup space, you've hired a key engineer, a key sales leader who's on their third or fourth company. Basically, maybe paying them a certain amount of income as a salary is desirable to them, and they're willing to pay it after the company is successful. And again, not paying your salary, not paying a key employee's salary is the ability to pay somebody else's salary who can't afford it, who's going to be contributing to your company. You don't have to defer 100% of your salary. You could defer part of it. You could do it for 1 year. You can do it for whatever business that you're in that makes sense for you and your board members. Just whatever you do, I suggest you don't just forego your salary 100%. I've talked to a bunch of founders who want to do this. They want to be a saint. They want to just, look like they're giving up something for the team and maybe living off of the equity. The reality is you can't predict the future and that you should have some sense of legal agreement between your entity and the hard work you're doing as a founder. If this video was useful, please consider watching all the other VC 101 series where we discuss everything from fundraising to naming your company to organizing your company's employees and so on. I'm Ron Gula. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe to the Gula Tech Adventures YouTube channel or connect with me on LinkedIn. Have a great day.